no! Season 5 of Teen Wolf has started and a whole new load of random shit has been dropped upon us. Teen Wolf Season 5, and the dance fighting continues. So what are we thinking so far of Season 5 of Teen Wolf? I'm gonna be discussing episodes 1 through 3, so if you've seen those, there will be no spoilers about Season 5, unless you haven't seen episodes 1 through 3 of Season 5. It's become pretty routine for Teen Wolf to open up their season with like the weirdest random shit you've ever seen. And the first episode of this season opens with Lydia in Icon House, and she's being held there, but then all of a sudden she busts out these badass moves, attacks everyone, and she's escaping, and it's awesome. That's one of my favorite sequences of this season so far. It was a flash forward of sorts, where the entire season is a flashback. Whatever you want to call it, it's interesting. She'll do a bunch of Taifu karate moves, which, let me just say, looks so much cooler than any of the dance fighting that we ever see from the werewolves. That scene with Scott and random weird giant werewolf raven man in that first episode was so dance fighting. Dance fight move, switch angles, dance fight move, switch angles. Y'all got some moves on you. Now hit each other. Lydia's fighting look like real fighting. Props to Holland. She's amazing. And then she'll scream and stuff will erupt from her hand and they'll bleh out into the air and it's awesome. I love this Lydia. And then she runs into one of the twins. I don't know what this twin thing is about, but they're definitely setting up for some weird reveal that'll happen at the end of the season. There's an alpha that we don't know about. There was one random mention of twins or a huge alpha or something, and I feel like they were referring to the twins. Didn't one twin die though? I don't know. They're confusing. We had the Beyond a Cheesy reunion with Scott and Kira in the rain. They run to each other and pause. My love! Did you have fun this summer or did you not have fun this summer? The first episode felt really over dramatic because I think it's like the beginning of senior year and they're doing senior sign-in and I thought this was like a big important thing, but the whole episode was leading to this very sad moment where they signed a bookshelf in their library. Usually seniors do that at the end of the year. It's not a big deal. It was just so many emotions as Scott wrote 2 letters on the bookshelf and the music was swelling. Like this was the most important sad thing ever, and I understand they wrote Allison's name down and stuff, but it was just 2 letters, so it took me a second to know anyone's name. Okay, we have these villains this season. I don't know what the they are. These Cybermen scuba divers. Are there humans under there? Are they just in disguise? Because there are easier disguises that don't involve air tag things on your head. But they're manufacturing werewolves, it seems. We know from season 2 that werewolves can come to fruition as cannibals. That officer, that cute officer guy that Lydia kind of likes, is he a manufactured something? You know, when they inject this shit that they're injecting into the humans, does it develop that person into any weird supernatural creature that fits their personality, you know? Our first run-in with this villain, the wall starts bleeding, and then he injects out of it in that ominous black liquid that we see coming from every supernatural character. What was that? Was he born from the walls? Did they place him there? Because now we know that they're formed by those spacemen in scuba suits. Why was he in the wall in a pool of blood? The wall was a pregnant woman, and he was inside it. That dude wasn't exactly a werewolf. He was a raven man? He was a raven boy. Anyone read the Raven Boys? I thought everyone was gonna be Raven Boys because he was a Raven Boy. Then we got Night Terror Girl on that table in the veterinarian's office. You know the scene I'm talking about. And stuff starts moving under her skin and it's creepy as shit. I thought it was gonna be a crow, a raven come out of her back. I thought this was the theme. And then her fucking back splits open and a tail comes out. A tail comes out of her back. It just split open for a tail. It didn't like grow out her lower back. It was just like, I'm inside your vertebrae. I'm gonna rip open your skin, reseal it, and come out to play the F. And apparently those raven animals suck power from people. I don't know, they've thrown a a bunch of new characters at us this season. Last season, they gave us new Danny, Liam's best friend, who's also gay, and Danny's not on the show anymore, so he's kind of taken his place. He's also acting as kind of new Styles, and I'm enjoying him. I like this guy. I forget his name, but they just told him about the supernatural world, and he's all in awe. It's kind of cheesy, but it makes for some funny scenes. I like him. I like him in our crew. Then we got Night Terror Girl. Tyra? Tracy. This girl. I'm not a huge fan. I don't know if it's just the way they're telling her to act in the show. I'm not buying her acting as this creepy girl. And there's this one scene that just bothered the crap out of me. When they're in history class, it's in episode 3, and she's at her desk. She's not wearing fucking shoes. She's just smashing the desk and staring ahead. We pan to the back of the room. She looks up as the camera comes, and it's just so staged. How would no one notice that the girl next to them is like frothing at the mouth? She's acting like she has freaking rabies right next to you or right behind you in the classroom. And they're just going along with their regular history lesson. This is normal. Tracy's always like this. She doesn't wear shoes to school. What you talking about? I know why we couldn't find Tracy last night. Why? She was at the hospital murdering her psychiatrist. Dun dun dun. And it cuts to what looks like such a staged, blood-splattered bunch of books. I really think the golden age of Teen Wolf was kind of seasons 2 and 3. Now it feels really episodic. Some episodes I feel are great, and some episodes I watch and I come out feeling like, what the hell was that? That's every 3 episodes or so. We get a beautiful, grounded, clever, fantastic episode. And then all the other ones are floating 10 feet off the ground. It's just up there in the sky. They throw all sorts of random shit in it, and it's fine. We roll with it, but it's not as fantastic as those ones that are really grounded. The season with Dylan O'Brien as the Kitsune, or no, that's Kira, you know, as the bandage head dude, was really great. The mystery was really interesting. And then the final episode, as per usual, didn't give us any closure. That just kind of ended like, what? But the build was beautiful. It felt so much realer, and I know it isn't real, it's ridiculous, but it felt so much realer than the Mexico season with those weird skeleton bear head things. Next we got a random evil kid from 4th grade. What the is he doing here? Like, I obviously don't trust him. I don't like how he's kind of a plant to make Styles seem paranoid. You didn't trust Kira, you didn't trust Liam, you didn't trust Blood at first. But we've almost been murdered like 50 million other times by random people in our lives. Just because these 3 worked out doesn't mean that everyone is trustworthy. Like, what gives, Scott? He might be the alpha that's behind this entire thing with the scuba divers. I don't know. I obviously don't like him. We know he's evil. He's got fake actor parents that he clearly hired. We still got Malia with us. Still not a fan. What the F are these driving scenes with Malia? It's just like, how can someone possibly be that bad? It's so over the top. When she was driving with Lydia and Kira, and she just goes off the road. She just like goes off the road. What's wrong? Why are you yelling at me? And she turns the wheel, and she's just driving in circles, and she's like, you said turn the wheel. And then 5 seconds later, she's good. She's a driving queen. They're just chilling in the back seat. And she's so stupid. She's so annoying. We shouldn't trust someone with psychotic parents, right? My mom's the she-wolf and my dad was Peter. So there's Malia's one-liner for this season. We've also got new juvenile delinquent guy who wants to kill Styles' dad. I'm gonna kill you. I'm mad. I'm gonna stab you till you're dead. He's on the loose now, and he's turning into some weird animal. Who knows what will pop up next? Fishman. We lost Derek this season, and I can't say I don't feel his loss, because I do. I love Derek. I miss him. I'm not gonna lie, I love the return of the Kanema. I think that was their best villainous monster character. And as soon as we saw that goop dripping down in the beginning of episode 3 when something was attacking the car with the lawyer, I was like, oh my god, they're bringing back the Kanema. They're bringing back the Kanema. And it turns out that that's Tracy. You gotta love that scene, that callback scene. Everyone's just on the floor and can't move in the veterinarian's office. I was like, oh man, this is just like season 2. It was nice. It was nostalgic. And then you think to yourself, but where's Derek? He's not on the floor next to Styles. I love that Styles line. I'm definitely moving my feet. My feet just definitely move. And then we cut to the veterinarian guy on the floor. Yeah, I gotta disagree with you. I hate that Lydia got slashed in the stomach this episode. What the F? Everyone else just gets stung and falls to the ground. Lydia gets death whipped in the stomach. Is that because she's one of the people who tried to help Tracy? And we've also got random girl that Liam likes. I don't know how she's fitting into here. Tracy digs her fingers into her and she starts bleeding, and then she goes to the bathroom and it's all healed. She's involved somehow. Maybe she's the same thing that the sheriff officer cute guy is? I don't know why I can't remember anyone's name. I thought for a second that Scott's mom and Styles' dad were finally happening this season. I was so excited, I've been shipping them forever. And then the date turns out to be between Styles' dad and Lydia's mom. No, Stydia can happen. This can't happen. I think it's safe to say her first date was a total disaster, so hopefully there won't be a second date. It seems that this season Styles' Jeep is indeed on its actual last leg. Every episode they're planting the Jeep to be unreliable, like it doesn't start up. It's definitely gonna come into play. Something bad's gonna happen. The Jeep's not gonna work and it's gonna be sad. Oh my god, gotta love this scene in the veterinarian's office. Tracy on the table again. I keep coming back to this scene. They want to kill her. Veterinarian says, no, I got ethics, but I wouldn't mind a little extra security. Picks up tiny vial of mountain ash. Tidal wave of darkness falls around. You had this much mountain ash, man. This much. I just paused the show and started laughing. Coolest part of episode 3 though, they're fighting Kanema Tracy, and Kira turns into a freaking Firefox goddess and chops off Tracy's fucking tail, and it's awesome! I jumped out my seat and cheered because it was so cool. I love Kira. I'm really excited about this Firefox thing. Not the web browser, the girl. Is that a power that she can turn on whenever she wants? Is that her turning on her supernaturalness? Like when the wolves put on their wolf faces and she just tapped into it? Now will she be able to tap into that whenever and become a cool, awesome Firefox whenever she freaking wants to and slay? I don't know. I'm excited about it. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this new season. I'm feeling very up and down about it. It's episode by episode, and maybe they're doing that purposely so that more people can just watch it and feel like they understand what's going on. It does feel like every episode starts with kind of a new problem. They have to solve it, and there is this overarching weird scuba suit doctor people happening, but each episode has a thing. How about that silver slime, guys? We've switched from obscure black liquid to obscure silver liquid. You like? Regardless of how I'm poking fun, I'm obviously enjoying Teen Wolf. I always have fun with it. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this season and where you think it's going. I'm Christine. Thanks for watching. I'll talk to you next time. Bye!